out to the advisory report. It is Friday, June 12th, 2026. Our gauges remain the same. It's an uncertain market condition. The intermediate trend remains bullish. The short-term trend remains bearish until we get back above the 20-day moving average. Looking at some of our targets for our portfolio, about 91% offensive target in the ultra aggressive, 95% in the aggressive, moderate aggressive, 75%. We were playing a lot more defense earlier in the week. We started playing a little bit more offense, adding some of the positions and risk back to the portfolios. Even though we're still uncertain, we'll see what happens. Let's go to the chart so we can kind of talk about it. We'll go ahead and start out by looking at the intermediate trend. If you've been watching these every week, every day, we're in a bullish uptrend. We'll stay bullish as long as price remains above the 30-week moving average. You see a little hookup on the weekly chart. So that means we're looking for opportunities to buy the dip when they turn back up. And we had a dip that started to turn back up yesterday. That's when we started getting more aggressive in our portfolios. We're just not quite there where we are above the 20-day moving average. We'll see what happens next week, but things are looking pretty good. But this would be a typical rejection spot where we saw it reject on June 8th down, reject on June 9th down. Now it's giving another run at it. We'll see if we can pop back over. Maybe it comes over, dips back down, finds support, and then continues higher. We'll see how that kind of plays out. Lots of volatility today during SpaceX IPO. Let's kind of look at some of the volatility on the 5-minute S&P 500 chart. You can see very up, down, up, down, up. Lots of swings, and then just kind of normalization during the back half of the day. SpaceX IPO ended up 19.34% from where it came out, but definitely down from its highs. Closed at $161. The highs were $176. What is that? Maybe that's $15 down, 10% off its highs. So all over the place today for that one. Let's go on over to Market Lens. Check out some of the positions we have in the ultra aggressive account. Dock in started out strong on the day, ended up fading and still just kind of playing around in this range. And we have a position in Dock in. We have a small position still in Twilio. Looks like it's trying to gain its footing around some of this support area where it used to be the highs are now trying to gain support on the 20 days. So we'll see. It doesn't want to stay sold. You can see all the bottom wicks and it's starting to tighten up. So we'll see if that wants to turn back up next week. We brought CrowdStrike yesterday on a nice turn up and started out the earlier session getting a little positive and just kind of closed in that top range. So good look there. MU, we added exposure today and it closed right about where we got into it, just kind of in the upper range again. So we'll see if that one's ready to go. Marvell, we've had this one for a little bit, added to it yesterday. Still looking very, very constructive as it flags out. And tech was back up 0.9% today. We had lowered our exposure in this after playing much of this big run up. The pullback, we lowered our exposure. Now we're just kind of looking for a chance to reload into that. And so we'll see how that plays out. That's what I got for you today on the weekend edition or the weekend edition. We'll be back at it next week. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend.